Alrighty, folks, and welcome to another session of our Vecna Eve of Ruin. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players this evening. You guys can say hello. You can.
Hey, what's up?
Back to the old way, huh?
Uh,
Hello.
you never
Uh,
know. Like, when you run out of my brain prompts, I should really come up with like a list of things. But, you never know. We are unfortunately definitely down our narrow this evening as we have looks like someone from another campaign joining in. I was just about to say the dread
I'm working on it.
just arrived in his alter ego from a different game. But we are here. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last time before we get into this time. So last time, with Larissa staying back to make sure Morgana made it out of the graveyard with the captive gnome, the rest of you pressed forward, finding a hidden corridor that led to an actually furnished bedroom/office. Plenty of draperies to show off kind of undead artwork. Also here was a tattooed and hateful looking man in dark robes and a scary looking near humanoid creature, single eyeball dominating most of its skull. A battle immediately broke out between these two in troop. During the scuffle, the necromancer summoned skeletal ghostly warriors to aid, but it wasn't enough as you quickly started to overpower him. He gave a warning that it was too late, and he teleported out of the room. Searching around some more, you eventually found a library that was made of someone's tomb. Several more cultists were here along with the undead. Troublesome fight as Jeffrey was paralyzed for a bit and wailed upon by these evil casters. You eventually took them and the undead down, and found some books of intrigue here and continued on, looking for the prisoners. You did find an empty cell nearby that had a notebook of someone not belonging to the cult, probably one of the captives you're looking for. But another room that held two horrible ape-like demons that raged on for quite a while time. Inflicted some serious wounds on a couple of you, but you did manage to get rid of these large beasts as well. Beyond this space was a locked cell. Using the key that you had previously found, it opened easily, and inside was indeed one of the captives, Andrina Lamson-Settle, the actress. And after you guys took her out of the room and asked her why she was here, she suspected it was because she knew a secret about Lord Neverember and his heritage, that he was, in fact, not belonging to the historical family that he claimed. Afterwards, you told her that you guys were working for Neverember, and she did not seem to like that one bit. You guys escorted her out either way. You quickly returned as Jeffrey and Dude oversaw a book burning in the library. Another door opened, which some undead wraiths attacked, claiming that you, Vecnans, specifically calling you Vecnans because, well, you guys claimed that you weren't party to this, but they didn't heed or pay attention to your claims. You unfortunately had to kill these undead in response. And I believe the dude saw quite a troublesome stamina reduction in this time. That's where we're going to pick up. As we'll say, Larissa, you're kind of hearing the scuffle in the hallway. You come in to see what's going on, and they're in this well-lit hallway. What are you guys up to in this dark and, well, semi-lit space?
What did I miss?
Oh, you missed quite a lot.
Goodness me, what happened? I say as I look at Dexter.
Some ghosts, something reached out, sucked me dry, not in the good way.
You never mind.
Well.
Um, maybe until this is over, Dex, you might want to hang back a little bit.
I'll stay close to
You look
Zom.
rough.
Slap Zom on the shoulder.
Well,
Well, do we push forward? We still have one more to find.
Yeah, we got to find the last virgin.
We have a door right here.
You do have a door right there.
Yeah, you got this, Zom.
I'm just gonna open the door.
As you open the door, you can immediately tell this filthy latrine is merely a deep pit with a few boards across it. The stink is very overpowering as you look on in, well, probably disgust, and it smells bad in there.
Is there anyone down in the shit pit?
You
He
want
says out loud.
You're more than welcome
That's
to
fair.
look for yourself.
I wanted to be very clear that I'm saying that out loud and not like actually wondering as a player.
That's fair.
I mean, you
But
might need to
somebody else
investigate.
open the door.
You are more than welcome to look yourself. I don't want to investigate it too closely.
I'll shout, is anybody down there in the shit?
There is no response other than the quiet, occasional bubbling of shit.
All right, I guess we can close that door.
Definitely.
I'm not fighting any shit monsters.
As you
Yeah, we don't want to do that again.
Yeah. But there is a long corridor with several kind of openings to the south. That Zom, you can kind of see where that, like a zombified cultist, was shuffling down previously.
I think we've come full circle.
And you can see these kind of openings on either side, or well, on one side of the area.
Is this that door that we came out before?
To the south, you would see two doors, one along the eastern wall, and one along the very far south at the end of this long hall.
Ooh.
It's just opening so we can walk into.
And they are opening there. There's no doors on these spaces here. They're just these open, dark tombs that are, well, yeah, open, dark tombs. Narrow doorway, kind of no door there. Small, empty crypt. Does have looks like a broken sarcophagus inside.
Well, seems they've been using. But it's an empty tomb of somebody.
Absolutely. So, there's this long hall. Just walking down it, you see another empty tomb in this other room down here. The sarcophagus looks a little bit better than the previous one, but still disrepair. Wouldn't say ruined, but definite disrepair. You're just creeping down the hall, little by little, flickering of torchlights, kind of welcoming you, so on and so forth, to another room that looks just like the last. Another tomb looks quite in disrepair as well.
Doesn't look like anybody's been in there. I suppose if they were holding somebody, they've moved it.
Probably use a door.
This door should lead back to someplace we've already been.
Indeed, it does. It goes to that well-furnished room as you kind of open it.
Yes.
Still lit with candles all around and draperies of undead showing there.
One more.
And yet another tomb looks very much like the last. With a final door at the very end. Only place you haven't fully explored in this complex of, well, tombs.
Only one place left to look. Attempt to open it. Oh, is this door locked?
The door doesn't have like a lock on it.
I will attempt to open it.
Okay. As you open the door, you're immediately greeted by horrible chanting and dark, ominous kind of magic swirling in the air. It's an enormous room, features a couple of raised galleries at the east and west ends. You guys come to on the western end. 6 chanting figures kind of ring the east gallery as their hands raised towards a spherical cage hanging 30 foot in the middle of the ceiling here, high up. You can hear the leader, who you'd seen before, chanting as well. But what's seemingly leading this chant, not the leader that you had seen previously, is kind of overseeing this ritual. This tiefling woman chanting from the western balcony, surrounded by hunched, one-eyed creatures with knobby hides, and in the dangling cage above, you can see a terrified elf struggling in the cage, just kind of dangling above. As you would see, boop-doo, I got a picture for you. This thing. But yes, as you open the door, we're immediately just going straight to initiative as all of the eye creatures look on towards you.
Advantage.
Oh yeah,
Yes, and don't forget, everyone does have advantage on this check.
I'll keep it 20.
This dark room with these eye creatures inside. We're going to change the tune. I'm going to go to Hitman. Yeah. As we are rolling initiative here. You do see a familiar figure on the eastern side, though. That's wonderful. Who are we missing on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that everybody? That's everybody? That is everybody. Wonderful. As Dexter, you hear this chanting from within. What are you doing?
Alright, from behind Zom, I close my eyes and take a breath and just kind of become one with all of the elements around me. And I flick my eyes up and I'll kind of do a spin and a punch forward and over, like right about here, just to the left of, it's a girl.
Yeah.
This person, just to the west of them. I'm gonna do a elemental burst.
As what flavor?
Of the lightning flavor.
As a ball of lightning shoots out, striking the center of this area here.
It's not. It's definitely. It's more of like a pure lightning rather than like an arcane lightning. Like.
I gotcha. Looks natural as the crack of thunder booms in this chamber.
Roll some damage.
Roll me some damage. I gotta roll. One too many. What is the DC on this?
It's a dexterity 14.
Alright, as 2 of them make it for 22 points of damage, as the looks like the leader on leading this does take all of that, and the majority of these eye creatures take all of that damage as well.
All right. So that was 2 focus points. I'm gonna. Sam, you're planning on going in?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna get in a little bit and just kind of tuck around the corner.
Oh. It actually took away these guys' turn. They got a 23 as well. Uh-huh.
And then
And then
couple left. I will bonus action patient defense. I'll spend a focus.
as you just kind of sit there defending yourself, 2 of these creatures will stare directly at you, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Actually, I need 2 Constitution saving throws, as 2 of these creatures just stare at you. The 2 kind of in the back.
Natural 20.
At 20 for first one.
4.
All right, for the first one, you take, doesn't actually roll it, 17. Or first one, you take 8 points of necrotic damage. And the second one, you take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, that's too much. Can it be less?
It cannot.
All right, I'm down.
As Dexter falls down right beside you, Zom.
Before or after I patient defensed?
After?
Okay.
Because you did that on your turn.
Oh, this is their turn. Okay.
It's their turn, yes. As these 2 kind of stared at Dexter, one of them will lunge at him, trying to strike him. So here's a weird thing. Does patient defense go away if you're unconscious?
I believe if I'm incapacitated, but I'm not sure. It just says I can take the disengage and the dodge action, so I would assume
The dodge action goes away.
Goes away, yeah.
As one of them will strike at you, getting an 18 to hit as you fail 2 death saves. The other kind of rushes up to Zom, getting a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
As Zom, it kind of scratches into you. You take 9 points of slashing damage as all of you see this creature just rush at Zom as, well, dude goes unconscious. Meanwhile, the other one will also look at Zom. This flicker of red light and energy heads your way. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, 13.
With a 13. That is just barely a success, as you take 8 points of necrotic damage as this eye just kind of stares at you. You can feel your skin getting soft and, well, not fun. Which ends all of their turn as they just kind of scatter around to defend as best they can. One of them will kind of jump over to the stairs. Another kind of lunges up here as they just kind of scatter and stare out. Taking us to your turn, Zom. And you can see the wizard's attention, not wizard, the kind of leader of this chant has your attention. You have their attention, rather. Sorry. They continue chatting, but still have a looking directly at you guys in the hallway. But Zom, what are you up to?
That changes. know he's in the room. Can I reach Dex on the floor?
I would say you can reach him. Yeah, just kind of reach around, like around the side there as this scary eye creature just staring right at you.
I can't really move him, but I'm going to reach down and grab him and kind of pull him up. And
Kind of pull him up against the wall there.
And give him 14 hit points.
As dude, you have 14 hit points.
Whew. Good.
What can I do with the bonus action? Oh, finding these. Those do I?
What can you do with the bonus action? That's a good question.
Not enough. So that will. I can't even get in here because of this guy.
Absolutely. So holding your ground there?
I am stuck.
Let's see what you can see. Can't quite see all that. So you can see just double checking. This magical energy just accumulating to the eastern side of the room there. As that will take us to Larissa. As, well, there's creatures right at the door. What are you doing?
Seeing is right in the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's locked us in.
Or blocked you out.
Okay. That's okay. Let's see. I can see this lady though.
Yeah, you can see her as her hands are kind of outstretched towards whatever the center of this room is happening. And her head is turned towards you. Eye is definitely like looking at you, scowling, gritting her teeth. Hasn't said anything because she seems focused on whatever is happening.
Unfortunately, I do not have the silence spell yet. That would be a good spell.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a great spell.
Actually, I fucking do.
Okay.
Now, it's a 20-foot radius. Action or ritual. Okay, and I've got 120 feet, and that's plenty of feet to get to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Hearing this chanting coming from within, you see her gazing towards you.
Now, how do I use the little template thingamajiggies?
You don't necessarily have to, but you can if you'd like. It would look like this. So you can silence that whole area if you want. You don't have a really good sight,
I would do that.
Okay. As that essentially is like center of the room, center of the eastern side of the room, western side of the room. All right.
I would do that.
As
Please.
you start to, what does it look like as you're casting this?
Well, I just smirk at her. It's like, and I don't know if any of you guys will know what I mean by this. At the end of a passage with a conductor, they will basically move their hand in a circle and, yes, exactly what Jeff did. They will close their hand. I do that.
Fair enough. As you start to do that, their hand reaches out, seeing this magical performance as part of one of her hands still focusing on whatever this incantation is, reaches out towards you, just utters, "No." This low voice just kind of starts trembling towards you as she casts Counterspell.
Oh, we want to play that game? Let's play. Okay.
I heard a grumble from Bryn.
I am going to use my bonus action.
Well, hang on. You do have a Constitution
Wait,
saving
no,
throw.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
that
I'm not
guy.
going to do it.
Is
Okay.
that only if it's third level or anytime?
Anytime.
Oh, that's cool.
It
Yeah.
doesn't take anything
It
anymore.
is a Constitution saving throw. DC is. Well, I'll tell you whenever if you get it. To maintain concentration. With a 20, they try to cancel your spell,
Oh, I
but
actually get bonus. I get because of my feet, I get advantage on that, but it doesn't matter anyway.
oh well,
guess.
it's not a concentration check. It's just Constitution saving
It's a
throw.
Constitution to save to see if I can maintain.
It's not. I think it's weird that they didn't rule it as the same thing as concentration check, but it essentially is, but it's not. So it doesn't work with Warcaster. But with a 20, yeah. She says no. And before she even finishes saying, kind of like cutting her off in the O's, it all grows dead quiet inside. So yeah, it goes off without a hitch.
Nice. Now, as my bonus action, I'd like. Now let me just check appearance for 1 minute. Okay. Oh wait, no. That looks like it's also a concentration thing as well. Appearance, you take. Yeah, that's a concentration thing. Never mind. So I am going to use one of my a mantle of inspiration.
Okay.
And
Do they have to be able to hear you?
I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if it's.
I would, if it
okay.
doesn't say, I would rule that they need to either be able to see or hear you.
Okay.
Which dude can't do either right now.
Yeah.
But it would help everyone
fake
else.
magic into a song or dance. Yeah, it's no worries, no worries.
But you still can do it for all of your other companions if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do it for basically everyone else.
So roll me a
If I
a bardic inspiration die, which I think is it a D10 now, or is that 11th level?
D10.
So roll me a D10 and everyone gets double that. As everyone gets 14 temporary hit points and can move without expending or without provoking an attack's opportunity. Unfortunately, dude, you're unable to hear or see this little quick performance bit. But yeah,
I can't get past this guy.
cannot get past that guy, unfortunately. But you can move away if you wanted to.
We move now, or do we have to wait for our turn?
You can move as your reaction to move up to
now.
your speed without provoking an attack's opportunity.
All right, so I've got 40 feet of movement.
So you can get up behind Zom if you wanted to.
That's my plan.
Nice.
All right. Anything else for Larissa?
No, that's it for me.
All right. That will take us to this woman who kind of starts lifting up, trying to speak and chant, but nothing is coming out of her lips as she lifts up out of the ground and starts flying towards the center of the room and lets loose some blasts towards Zom.
Right.
As
Does it start flying inside the sea?
she already had fly spell on.
Good for her.
As she is going to, yeah, just blast, you know what? Yeah, she's just going to blast Zom a few times with this dark, purplish, arcane energy. Getting an 18, a 17, and a 20 to hit.
The 20 will hit.
All right, as all these blasts, some of them deflect against your shield, just this kind of blasting energy. You take 21 points of force damage.
I don't even have the shield out.
Don't even have the shield out. As, yeah, you just kind of dodge and they kind of bounce off of your armor, or maybe you kind of knock a few away with your glaive as this dark purplish energy bounces into you. 21 points of damage, as that will take us to Brindreg. She'll actually fly a little further.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna do something else, but I think not. All right. Brindrag, lightning will seem to be pulled out of the ground and crackle up his body as a bonus action, going to enact innate sorcery.
Okay.
And then he'll say, "This isn't going to be as fun. We're not going to be able to hear it." And he'll give his signature grin. And then he will, his spell focus will crackle into lightning. And this is like the 4th time I've done this, but, and a lightning ball will go hurtling into the room.
Absolutely. Go ahead and pinpoint where the center of that's going to be.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you can hit everyone if you get, like, right here. Yeah. Or even further.
yeah.
But you also don't know where everything is. It's just
Yeah,
this...
that said, I do want to offset it.
Okay.
Don't want to encompass some, but yeah. And I do have to
So
cast
about
that
there?
at 4th level. Yeah.
Or what, did you want it south more?
Yeah, that's good.
It would be there. Okay.
Yeah. I do have to cast it at 4th level because I don't have any more 3rd level slots left.
Okay.
Of course, I'm
And-
transmuting it into lightning.
Oh, so you're not doing a careful spell?
No, that's why I wanted to make sure I didn't encompass. Well, you know what? I better, in case the cage person.
Cage person's 30 feet up, but you can't see him.
Yeah, you don't know where the cage person is. But you also don't know where dude's at.
Can I enact careful spell if I can't see him?
I would say so. You know you don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, it doesn't say I have to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had it rough enough. Otherwise, I might consider doing it.
He's also prone, so he'd be at disadvantage. But at advantage, so he'd be a straight roll because he's also patient defense.
Comes back.
I would
Anyway.
say so. Why not? Yeah,
Alright.
so unleashing a
You ready?
fireball
Yeah.
instead of a lightning ball.
No, it's going to be a lightning ball. So I can expend 2 because I enacted innate sorcery.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Absolutely. As a lightning ball unleashes and you want to protect dude from this as well. So roll
Let
us
me make sure I have my thingy toggled.
some big boy damage.
I do. And add 3 to that because 1s are 2s. So 38 points of lightning damage.
For 38 points of lightning damage. We're not seeing your rolls anymore. But with 38 points of lightning damage, as the first one got a 6, as one of these eye creatures just kind of bursts with this lightning. A 22. This guy's actually okay. A 13, as another one kind of explodes. And a 13. 32 is what you said?
38.
38. As yeah, that one also explodes. As all of the Nothic creatures that you see kind of all explode in this lightning bursting kind of energy. like
We
dissipating.
don't hear it.
As you don't hear it. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of how in boy, this might be too bad of a reference. We're gonna skip over that. So in Watchmen, how he kind of when he turned into got his superpowers with the watch thing and the reactor, and he just kind of burst. Anyways, the electricity and stuff. But yeah, they kind of just disintegrate and explode into nothingness. Anything else for Bryn?
That will be it.
All right. That will take us to the Dread in the hallway.
Jeffrey Stanton. And
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get
run to the
through.
room.
All right, you're running on in. As
Take a look around.
You see just these people just chanting on the other side as blood is splattered all over here. Several of the candles somehow don't get blown out from the sheer energy. Electricity kind of flowing through this guy as it's just all super quiet. So you don't hear them, but you do see them chanting. And there's a dude in a cage 30 feet up.
Alright, so let's see here. I can go.
As you enter the room, he was waiting on this. Across the way, that evil, hateful-looking man that you saw previously launches out with 3 bolts of energy towards you, Jeffrey.
Don't do it.
Getting a 24
Yeah, that hits.
and a 21.
That hits.
And a 16 to hit.
16 does not.
As you take 57 points of necrotic damage. First one being 31, second one being
What?
26. As these hateful bolts of that kind of just like skulls flying toward you just pound into your chest. One of them just kind of
57.
26 and 31 is 57, yes.
Wow.
It's a good thing he didn't have advantage because he did. I was rolling with advantage, but he didn't, so I just take the first one. Yeah, as you are just pelted with this necrotic energy, as these skull-like energies splash into you, kind of peeling away some of the skin as it hits. It's a doozy.
So it's 10 feet of movement, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. But you see everything you see.
Yeah, I'm trying to count out the steps because that would be 15, 20, 25.
As you hear them all
30,
chanting in unison. All of the people kind of chanting around
40.
the circles above, they are about 15 feet up as well.
Even this person?
That person is like 25 feet up in the air. They're flying around. That is the woman who flew away.
Oh, well, I didn't see a woman flying.
Fair enough. You would have seen her originally right there.
Well, then I probably wouldn't gone that way if I can't
Okay.
reach them.
Absolutely.
I would have gone for the reachable creatures.
All right, sticking in the silence towards the eyeball thing as electricity just kind of pulsing through this creature.
And I'm going to hit him. And after that attack, I'm not going reckless. That hurt.
Yeah. A 13 is going to be a miss. As you lash out, he just kind of steps backwards. A 17 does indeed hit, though. As you cut into this eyeball-looking creature, just kind of, again, static electricity pulsing through
I'm
its
going
body.
to add a pushing attack to that.
Absolutely. You try and push it forward, just that kind of heavy pushing with your big old battle axe of adamantine nature. For 13 points of damages, yeah, you push him back into the wall as that cut kind of nearly splits him in two as the top half just kind of half falls off of his body and just, well, doesn't make any noises, splats against the wall.
Alright, and then I'm going to second wind.
Okay. Getting 12 points of healing.
And that will be my turn.
Taking us to Dude, as everything's all quiet in here. The elements, do they stop whenever?
Yes, but I didn't do an elemental attunement. I just did the arcane. I did the
Gotcha.
elemental herb.
Gotcha. You just did the fireball, mini ball.
Yep.
But yeah,
Uh,
everything's quiet. Jeffrey kind of walked in front of you after he got blasted by this necrotic energy. Cut one of these creatures in two. As several of their bodies have exploded in the area, all in silence, as it seems organized and chaotic all at once on the other side of this room.
Alrighty. Let's stand up using 25 feet of movement.
Okay.
I will.
Takes the time to do the kind of fancy, like flipping your legs around to whirl up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, like the gymnast, like a what are they called? The hammer thing when they do the like
Oh,
whip their
yeah.
legs around in a circle.
Yeah.
All right. And then I will. This time I'll attune to the elements here. Using my last focus point. Give myself a little bit of range.
Okay.
And I will make some attacks at this guy.
Making some attacks at that guy.
All right, let's do first one. Let's do an acid.
As kind of you whirl around, acid flies from your hand. Nat 20 will absolutely hit this thing. No choice but to hit him. As he takes 10 points of acid damage.
Yep. Second attack. It's a 28.
Yeah. That'll yeah.
Cold damage.
As this icy wind just kind of whirls around him, all again in silence. He is still up.
Still up. All right, just a bonus action.
Okay, taking another unarmed strike. And what flavor? As a 26 will also hit.
26.
Yeah.
This one will be some thunder. Is thunder work?
I
Like a concussive, just
yeah, just kind of like wind. Yeah.
Yeah.
As he gets blown apart for 9 points of damage as he dies.
just a kind of a soundless pop.
Yeah, as that soundless pop blows through him, the candles kind of do flicker in that thunderous wave, but it doesn't stop. The candle's still burning.
And I turn over to Jeffrey, Dread, put a hand on his shoulder, nod, get ready for these next ones.
Which
That's my turn.
will take us to Zom.
Alright, I will walk 2, 3, 4, 5.
Start walking into the room.
6. There's a lot.
And you can see this guy dangling up in the air, looks worried and confused at what's going on. Help! There's just this chanting, and you would then hear this woman speak out. You're too late. Just whirring magic around her as she's flying. About 10 feet up 15 feet up is the galleries.
Yeah, no one can hear him, but the dread's going on and on about how that guy is the last virgin and we need to save him.
Absolutely.
Does this work the way I feel like it should work? Probably. I would like to point up at this lady that is flying
Okay.
and then just clench my fist and cast Hold Person targeting her.
Okay. She is also going to try to counterspell that. No! It goes through. So it is a con save or wisdom save?
Didn't pop all of that stuff out as well.
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah, it's right there. I'm just blind.
She got an 18. And she resists it anyways, just kind of flying up in the air, just kind of... She's wincing as she does. But yeah.
Alright, and then what I can do as a bonus action as an orc is Adrenaline Rush, so I will move, I'll dash.
Dashing on up as you get a little
4, 5,
temporary hit points if you don't have them anymore.
Do not. So I will get my proficiency bonus and temp HP. And
Absolutely.
move up again.
That will take us to the hateful man you'd seen before. As he is going to... step up to Zom. And he's just going to... yeah, step around. I told you you were too late. Now you will see the consequences. We will know your secrets. As he reaches his hand out, you can see his hands kind of turn into skulls as he just unleashes from his like gut and his palms towards you 3 blasts. Getting a 10 with his first attack.
Nope.
A 13 with his second attack.
Nope.
As you were just kind of dodging and kind of wailing these across the room, just kind of splitting his magic, as the third one from his stomach echoes out towards you. Got a 22 to hit.
That one will hit.
As you take 27 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, 23.
Which will end his turn as he kind of starts to look a little worried. Doesn't back up, though. He stays at the top of the stairs, ready to meet you. Larissa, in the hallway. What's up? Larissa? She's moving. You might be muted.
Yeah, I'm moving forward. Sorry, I'm at my parents' place, so there's
You're good.
background chatter as well. And see that, no one's in my silent square, so I'm just going to drop the spell.
All right, dropping the silence as you hear this horrible, ominous chanting from across the room. This
Okay.
woman flying around who flew out of your silence area. You see this guy up in this cage, and looks like Zom is kind of face to face with the big bad guy you saw previously.
Who do I do? Okay, so I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself.
Okay. As multiple images just kind of split out from you.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Mantle of Majesty.
Okay, tell me about that.
It's you take on an unearthly appearance. I just think maybe she just starts glowing, like her hair starts glowing a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks a little
Like
more...
Uncanny Valley,
Yeah, I gotcha.
maybe. And I'd like to use command.
Absolutely. Who are you commanding and what are you commanding them to do?
I'm commanding this lady
Mm-hmm.
to grovel.
Grovel.
Nice.
As just kind of with a look telling her to grovel. Wisdom save. There we go. Got a big 18. What is your DC?
17. But I'll just double check. Because I'm pretty certain it's just that it doesn't expend a spell slot. and
Right,
not that.
yeah. You cast command as a bonus action without expanding a spell slot. Absolutely.
Any charmed creatures automatically fail.
Correct.
Never mind. Okay. Okay. No worries. And Dunskies.
All right, that will take us to her turn. As she whirls around. Sherrod, they're going to die now. And just kind of starts forming fire seeping out of all of the candles, just pulling them towards her as she's flying in the air, and shoots them out towards Larissa. As a burst of fiery explosion, she casts Fireball.
Oh, come on.
I will need everyone, everyone except for Zom to give me a dexterity save.
All right.
Oh.
Can I use a luck point to make it advantage?
I think you can, yeah, as long as you say so before you roll. Nice. As you all make the save and take 16 points of fire damage. As this explosion erupts, she just kind of flies around, trying to get a better vantage point, ending her turn.
Okay, I do. I have evasion. Okay.
You have evasion. You're a monk. Crazy like that.
Just a question. With the mirror image,
Mm-hmm.
does that not mean anything with the spell because it's an AoE
Because
spell?
of AoE, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So your mirror images are still there, but they haven't been hit. So.
Okay. No worries.
But that will end her turn, taking us to Brindrag.
All right. Brindrag will drop forward to get a look into the
Electricity
room.
crackling around you. Indeed.
All right. I guess I'm gonna pull out.
The big
Doesn't look
boys.
right.
Yeah, that's right. The cone.
Wow. All right. I guess technically he would need to move just one more up, just for.
Well, then it would
Properness?
be like there.
You could just turn it down though.
And then he'll step down here. So I do want to get.
If you were just over there, over the gallery, you could get it.
Yeah. Like here.
Like over here. Yeah, absolutely.
I could make that. All right. Brindrag will inhale deeply. And then he will breathe back out. Kind of like a dragon. And lightning will start to arc out of his mouth. And I'm going to careful spell, and I'm going to transmute spell. Cast Cone of Lightning.
Okay. As you cast this, she's going to try to counter it one more time. Her last counter spell as she... No! And need a Constitution save. You going to know back?
No, which means I'm going to fail my roll, but
you don't know until you know.
All right, here goes.
With a 10. As she says no, the magic around you as you're starting to exhale just kind of fizzles and fades as just have this sour taste in your mouth where the magic of your lightning breath once was, as it is countered. But
He's gonna grumble.
you don't expend a spell slot and you get the sorcery points back too, I'd say.
That's true. That's true. He grumbles and gives her. He narrows his eyes at her. And as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to expend 5 sorcery points to get back a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay. Just kind of suffusing the magic that you have within you to create different sorts of magics. Which will take us to Jeffrey. As you hear all of this. But what's up?
Alright, Jeffrey's gonna start running.
Alright. Beating feet. You're running up.
So close, but so far away.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take
As
one of my
you hear that
action.
chanting all around you.
I'll take one of my actions and I'm going to throw Alchemist Fire
Okay.
at, we'll say this person right above me.
Okay, just kind of lobbing it up there.
Yep.
Absolutely. They have saving throws that you roll for Alchemist Fire now.
It's a saving throw.
Dexterity?
Dexterity, and it's going to be a DC 14.
Does a nat 1 do it?
And that one does it. So they take 1d4 fire damage and are burning.
Absolutely. As they light up. As they take 3 points of fire damage, still furiously chanting, somewhat turning into a scream. But they're still going with it.
Like, yeah, get fucked. Now, does Zam have his glaive out?
Yeah,
Yes.
Does the glaive have reach? I can't remember.
it does.
Alright. I'm gonna tell Zam to fuck that dude up
Okay.
and use my commander strike maneuvering die.
As you get, does it add to the damage or does it add to his attack roll? Blah, blah, blah. Adding superior die to the attack's damage roll. So yeah, Zom, you can make an attack roll at whoever you'd like and add a d8 to the damage.
I will be attacking this bald guy right in front of me.
Attacking the bald guy.
I will glaive him. I will not.
As you swing out, his magic just kind of pulses out, pushing you back down the stairs just slightly.
Ah, yes.
Unfortunately.
We're still under here. Can't hit anything in this dungeon.
Yeah, I told you to fuck that guy up.
That's kind of that magic is keeping him at bay for this moment.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
That will take us to Dexter, as someone appears on fire.
Alright. And I can hear again. I'm gonna start running forward following Dread. And as I'm passing Larissa, I'm holding my hand out and I get 4 high fives. And I'll get to here. I will bonus action dash
Okay.
just to get that extra 5
You
feet.
run on surfaces?
Yeah.
I can, but that was 50 feet. That's my
Yeah, but you
movement.
could have went up and been up top with the two over there.
They haven't been doing anything.
They've been chanting and kind of whatever this odd ritual is happening, they are performing.
Yeah, so, okay. So interrupting them might help.
I don't know.
They won't hurt.
I
Kill
could
them
get
now,
this
kill them
guy.
later.
It'll hurt
whatever.
them.
It would. And so punch the one that's on fire then.
Okay,
Jump
so you
up
kind
there.
of hop up and kind of do the corner climb up the wall, like hop, hop, hop.
Yep.
The Mario jump, or Jackie Chan, however you want to look at it, up to the wall to this person on fire.
Let's do pop pop.
All right.
21.
21's going to hit him. Still kind of chanting even through this popping for 6 points of damage. Well, you get to reroll that.
I am going to reroll that for 11.
11 points of damage.
Let's be cold. Just,
All right.
hot and
As
cold.
cold kind of whirls around them. They
Still
are,
on fire.
yeah, still on fire. There's little icy bits appear, like kind of on their chin and wherever you hit them.
Still up?
Yes, very much so.
All right, get another one. Natural 20.
Natural 20 will naturally hit.
All right. And this one will be thunder.
As the thunderous burst for 19 points of damage as the candles around start to quake, as they start to tremble. They are very badly hurt, but still up.
All right, on this one, this last one, I'll push them to be on the other side. Over Dread's head.
Okay.
Strength save. With the thunder. The thunder,
Got a 14
that's my DC.
as they resist and hold firm, still chanting and burning.
That's my turn.
All right. That will take us to...
Actually, bonus action, I'll patient defense, and I'll hop down.
Doesn't the monk now use their dexterity for grapple and shove?
What's
Yeah,
Would that
for-
increase his
my-
DC?
My DC is all wisdom.
If it's for wisdom, if it's for monk abilities, it's wisdom.
That's all. Yeah, that's all my wisdom. I got a +2.
But
Okay, I'll just disengage and hop down there.
What ability he was using? My bad.
you're good. As you kind of hop,
Bit of strength.
yeah, as you hop over the railing, that will take us to Zom. As one of these cultists behind you is very badly injured. But yeah, you're face to face with this guy, Jarrett Galgan, as he's just kind of this dark energy.
When I missed him last on Jeff's turn, he would have taken 3 damage.
He does take
because
3 damage. So go ahead and roll that D8 too.
You'll allow it.
Yeah, why not? For 11. He did kind of graze him, piercing through his kind of necrotic veil around him. Zom, what's up? What's good?
I want to get up there anyway, so I'm
All
going
right.
to close the gap.
Closing that gap is this energy around him staring daggers into you.
Oh, I'm going to try to shove a glaive into him.
All right.
Closer.
Trying to shove this glaive into this hateful man.
I just need to be close.
It seems to work. As yeah, 23 will absolutely not just graze him, it will glaive him.
I will glaive him for 20 points of damage.
Jeez Louise, for 20 points of damage as you stab into him.
Just radiant.
Yes, for 20 points of damage. He is very, very badly wounded as he still has the wounds he had previously from fighting you. Stabbing into his gut with this glaive. He just kind of looks down at it for a brief moment and just starts growling towards you.
I will use a bonus action and a charge of War Priest to attack him again.
All right. Charge of War Priest. A 20 will also hit him.
I do not get to Divine Strike on this one, but he will take... Where'd it go? 8 points of damage.
For 8 points of damage. As How, how do you end him? What does that look like? This hateful necromancer.
Just a pivot, just a clean slash right across his neck.
Clean slash
Probably
across
not,
his neck.
Not
Yeah.
enough to, not cutting a head off or anything.
Yeah. Just to cut his throat. As he starts nearly grasping for it, you can see this dark energy exuding out of his neck as he starts muttering something almost along and kind of rapidly infused with the similar incantation, as all of a sudden, for each of you, everything goes quickly and rapidly dark. You can see a riot of silvery purple energy filling the room previously, but space is kind of the sense of it. Everything starts tearing open around, emptying out into you guys. No, you guys are emptying out into it as rapidly everything starts kind of falling away. You would kind of hear Nair in the distance kind of calling out for you, but it's just so far away you can't even understand what he's saying. Even these cultists that are chanting, their chant seems so distant as everything goes dark. As you can't get a sense of each other, you can't even get a sense of yourself. You get a sense of nothingness, changing, of this creeping feeling in the back of your head, each of you. And you start to see colors, one by one, little by little, noises, but it doesn't quite make sense. These flashes start to come into the reality that you are witnessing. It's the strangest and most oddest experience you've ever experienced, if you are even indeed experiencing it. You can see flashes of places around the world. No, around the plains, around everything. Small spaces, innumerable spaces, innumerable cults, just like this one, worshipping, calling out to Vecna, seemingly snatching away people and stripping their secrets and strange rituals like the one that you had just witnessed and possibly stopped. Behind them, kind of, you see through this, the looking glass or whatever you have it, you see through them all. And behind each of them, in this strange planar connection, you see Vecna, the withered form, gathering each of these secrets like threads, adding them to a glowing sphere of hidden knowledge in some impossibly distant space. Kind of like that, but almost like the cultists don't witness Vecna himself. Gold and undead form all around, siphoning secrets. But as you're witnessing this, you can see Vecna clearly. This cold, glamorous? No. cold and there is something glamorous about it. Like a glimmer of thought and maybe wizened hope. Not good hope, certainly. But each of you feels this presence of Vecna. As it catches, seems like he's staring right at you. You guys aren't even sure if you're with each other. You're not even sure if it's staring at you or past you. But this vision, whatever you're having, feels some weird connection as the vision fades into darkness, leaving only Vecna's glaring left eye. And as the vision ends, still in darkness, still in shadows, you all feel this strange sensation. You're either lying down or kind of at an angle, feeling of tough wood all around you. There's something lingering about that vision, though. Some sort of intuition. As from this point forward, work it in however you'd like. Each of you always has advantage on insight checks. In addition, once per long rest, you may cast the spell See Invisibility. But, with that in mind, those of you with dark vision, which is everyone except for Dude, quickly realize you're each in a box. No. Not a box. A coffin. A cold coffin. As you also have the power of the secrets now.
I'm gonna try and punch forward.
As Dude, you punch forward. Fog all around you. The lid pops off quickly and easily, thudding on the ground next to you.
Hello? Anybody here?
As you're above ground, but just barely. You see all around you. You're in a pit 10 foot deep. Coffins jumbled randomly and all around you. The sky above, dark with hues of red, yellow, and blue. Looks like there's a fire somewhere nearby, but it's darkened by whatever night is around. As the rest of you guys can hear Dude calling out, but Dude, you can, as you start to kind of call, you can see figures walking above the dirt, above this pit, just barely. The occasional bare head of a clearly undead human walking around, lurking. The occasional sniffing and screeching coming from beyond.
Down next to the coffin I came out of. Just keep my head on a swivel, looking right now.
As the rest of you can tell, you're inside of a coffin.
I guess I try.
I would like to get out
push
of the
it
coffin.
open.
You easily open the coffins as you see Dude kind of looking around. And you can see nearby figures lurking near the edge of this pit that you guys are in. You okay?
How long are we out?
We're all out. How will we know?
Hearing this occasional snarling.
Still not. I don't know if we're in the same cemetery, though.
I
Well,
move
what-
to just stand beside Dude. I'm just very cautiously watching these figures, these shadows.
It's barely creating a shadow because whatever light you see is so far and distant and cold.
I would like to try to determine where we are. Whether by, like, constellations or something like that.
There is no constellations here. The sky is blotted out by this eerie, bluish blackness. But you can see on the kind of vague horizon, it looks like firelight all around. But it's just that dull, keeping low,
Like
clouds keeping it
the-
low.
The entire horizon in, like, a complete circle.
Yes.
I don't like this.
I think we're on another plane. Whether just mentally or we were all gathered here.
You saw the skeleton guy too, right? Am I crazy? You guys don't see that?
Do we know
We-
who
we-
Vecna is and what he looks like?
I would say you intimately know right now that yes, that was Vecna.
Okay.
Uncertain of how you know, uncertain of what that means. But yes, you know that was Vecna.
Did he look complete?
He looked like you see in that vision there.
Yeah, there's something weird about his hand and eye.
Yes.
That was about it.
We need to get back to Neverwinter. Warn them.
I don't know if we can.
Oh,
Fuck that. There's always a way. And I'm gonna look for the clearest path to the horizon.
Yeah, you creep up to the edge. Give me a stealth check.
Is this a group stealth check or?
This is just Jeffrey, because he's the one that's kind of peering up. He's moving. Seems safe. Yeah, as you peer up, you can see... Now give me a perception check. You're in a graveyard for sure. There are graves everywhere. It's odd. It looks the same, but not the same. Organization similar to that of Neverwinter's graveyard. Neverdeath graveyard. But there might be a path through. The area around here is lousy with undead ghouls. Blood dripping from their mouths. Some of it dried, some of it still wet. looking for their next meal. There's easily about a dozen or so all around you. You can see that firelight kind of at the edge of the graveyard. The graveyard itself darkened.
I would like to kind of slink back down into the like more cover. Light a torch and throw it in a direction to get their attention on the torch, away from all of us.
Okay. You guys see Jeffrey pull out a torch.
That means that's a bad idea.
I'm just saying you see him light a torch. You guys do that with that what you want. I don't care. I'm just giving you guys
Can
an
I see
opportunity.
him light
I'm going Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. I'm gonna toss this. Well, he didn't toss it.
That was me.
No.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. That was me giving you guys a chance to do something as well, or interact with the environment before all this is enacted.
I'm gonna call out for I'm just gonna say, Zamkag, Brindreg, and I go around to the graves and tapping on them. It's like, are you in there?
Oh, you hear snoring inside the last coffin.
Okay, with that one, I get pissed off and I rip it off and just drag him out.
What?
Like, fucking wake up!
Ugh. Oh, come on, Dad. 10 more minutes.
I'll push my
Look
way
around
out.
and go, oh. Oh. Well, this looks terrible.
Yeah, to put it lightly, I believe that we are on a different plane of existence. I assume you had the creepy ass vision of Vecna as well.
Yeah. That's not good.
No. I'm wondering, did we finish that ritual by killing the bald guy?
As I'm preparing the tinder and everything and the flint, yeah, maybe that bald guy was a virgin too.
Oh, he was most definitely a virgin.
Yeah, so that
maybe the
ritual
ritual
was completed.
required a sacrifice, and yeah, but I still don't think it went as they planned, or we probably might not be here.
It just didn't go as they thought it would.
Yeah. Rituals suck.
Well, I definitely feel like Vecna is awake and shit's about to get real fucked. So I'm gonna light this torch and I'm gonna throw it in that direction. I'm letting everybody know what I'm doing before I do it, and we can try to make a run for the horizon or something.
Oh, allow me. Brendrag will snap his fingers and the torch will light.
Okay. As the torch lights, you hear a banging from one of the coffins.
Oh.
I will slowly approach the coffin. At least try to identify which coffin.
Just hear this. It's hard to make a thump noise.
Yeah.
Narrow.
Yeah, where is Nero?
Start thumping coffins to try to figure out which one's occupied.
You can figure out which coffin it is. One that's half buried. But kind of just enough dirt on it to keep whatever's inside from coming out.
Hello? Sounds intelligent. Knock twice if you can understand me.
Well, are you speaking loudly?
I'm not yelling, but
I would say at this point, no, it just continues knocking.
if it continues knocking, that's why I asked. So,
Jeffrey tosses this torch. Give me a deception check.
Oof. Let's see how this goes. All right, not
With a
bad.
16. Not bad. As you're not sure what's happening, you just kind of toss it, lobbing it one direction. You hear the scurrying of several footsteps beyond. Scurrying across the grass. Yeah, it's grass. Just kind of dull.
All right, we need to open that coffin and get the fuck out of here.
done. I will strong arm this coffin as best I can.
Absolutely. It's easy to do from outside. Pulling off the coffin's lid. You would see the person who was in the cage previously. Oh, thank God. I was not sure what the... Oh, it's you all. Yes, hello. Where... Oh. That makes sense. You have
Somebody, I guess.
definitely successfully rescued Elden Keyword. And with the ghouls rushing away, at least hopefully all of them, that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break. As you guys are definitely someplace you don't recognize. Have this horrid connection to Vecna. So stick around, folks. We'll be back in a few. Alrighty, folks. Welcome back. Last we left off, our troop witnessed an odd ritual by these Vecnans, possibly stopping it after killing someone involved with it. You stumbled upon something different. A vision and a connection to Vecna, the archlich of demigod of secrets, gathering secrets all throughout the universes, all throughout the planes. Unsure to what end, but you have that connection as you appear in a graveyard in a pile of coffins. You notice that Elden Keyword is with you after helping him out of a coffin, and there are some ghouls around that you possibly coaxed into going a different direction. That's where we're picking up. Elden says, "Oh,
We should be on our way."
Yes, I would highly recommend that. Of course. Thank you for this escapism. Huh. Very bad, but not surprising. I didn't know if the cultists planned to send us here, but here we are. Neverwinter does have cracks between our world and the Shadowfell. I believe they are called crevices of dusk. Planar travelers sometimes slip through.
We need to find one to get back.
Well, there's no evidence of the crevice we came through. It doesn't surprise me that it is gonzo, as stable crevices are rarer than spontaneous ones. But yes, we need a stable one to get back to Neverwinter. I believe we are in... We were in Neverwinter, now we are in a place called Evernight. An evil echo of Neverwinter, populated by undead, where I am told. Evernight's graveyard, of course, because we left from Neverwinter's graveyard. Of course, it all makes sense.
Well, I'm glad that we have somebody that knows some shit.
Oh, yes.
Let's fucking move out. And as we start to go, I'm like, all right. So, do you know of any instances of somebody coming back from the Shadowfell, and where they might have popped back into the real world?
I do not know all of that, but we obviously shouldn't spend a lot of time traipsing through the undead-infested metropolis here, hoping to stumble across a gateway. That feels quite unsafe. Maybe we should ask around inconspicuously. I do know there is a market east of the Neverwinter graveyard, which means it's likely there will be a market east of Evernight's graveyard too. But we should be careful. I would be of no use to you if I died.
Indeed. Let's quietly make our way out of here. Quietly and quickly.
I will follow you.
I'm gonna head east towards the market.
Okay. Trying to figure out which way is east is hard, but not too hard because you were in the graveyard previously. As you climb up, you can still hear the snarling and screaming not too far away. All within this graveyard. I would like everyone to give me a stealth check. I will give you advantage because you did lure these ghouls away.
Well, doesn't really matter.
It helped out a little. Or did it?
Hold on.
Okay. Kind of evening things out here. As you'll start traveling through, Eldon keeping low as you all kind of keep to the shadows. Seeing a low fog over the graveyard as well, but making it a little easier to stick within. But you do hear and you see shadows moving here and there. But getting to the wall around Evernight's graveyard is riddled with gaps, and the ground near it also covered with fallen rubble. So leaving the graveyard is actually rather simple. And yes, absolutely, as expected. Directly east of the graveyard, a large market stretches for blocks in every direction. Tattered canvas and shrouds separate the numerous stalls. Feeble moonlight, flickering torches kind of illuminate the city any time of day. As you guys kind of see a river of lava flowing by near here as well. Kind of like this. Ash and fog kind of choke the sky. That's what I mean by the low light doesn't get very high. But as there does seem to be a market here. Semblance of people wandering through. Everything seems to be dead in some fashion or another. Occasional glance from a zombie or a some form of undead. Some seem intelligent. In fact, I would say about half of the things here do seem intelligent. Stalls are lined up with canopic jars or braid burial kind of finery, or jewelry displayed on severed hands, bouquets of dead flowers and wrapped organs, jars of blood, fingers pickled in brine, all kind of ghoulish remains intended for consumption of some sort.
So what
I
now?
would like to keep my eye out for another jar of alchemist fire.
Nothing is really labeled, and everything is nearly covered in blood.
Hmm.
So it's what you think might be a jar of alchemist fire as you approach a stall. Looks to be a jar of blood instead, with something goopy going on inside.
Was that explosive by any chance? I'll ask the vendor.
Oh, it speaks as this kind of undead, pointy-eared, and fanged individual. I did not expect it. No, it is not explosive. That is some viscera of a particularly delicious variety.
Is it
Partake.
is it just delicious, or does it have like another use?
Oh, is deliciousness not a use? Perhaps not to you, living folk.
Well, I mean, also some things have extra benefits, which is generally what I go for. My line of work.
Oh, of course. Your line of work, I shouldn't assume what that is. Being here and all. And being alive. Surely a
Yeah, I mean,
patron must be someone exquisite. Yes.
of course. So do you know of anybody around here that sells stuff that's explosive? Like alchemist fire.
Oh. Alchemy. I don't know anyone that practices such a foul experimentation.
That's a shame. Well, do you happen to know of a way, any crevices
Crevices.
to get back to the other side?
Oh. No, fool. Is that what you are about? Getting back? And the other side? By what do you mean? Neverwinter.
I mean, this seems to be like a shadow version of Neverwinter, so I assumed it's on like a different plane of existence. So, I mean, I'm not very, familiar with how this stuff actually works, but just
you're
guess.
telling me that you are here and want to go back, but don't know how.
Yes.
As he just smiles ear to ear. I am sorry. Oh, how delicious that thought is. So sweet.
Yeah. Don't think you're actually very sorry, but that's okay. If you have any information, that would be really helpful.
Helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it would be. No. Have no information that could help you here, friend. Only for the dead.
Well, great. I appreciate your time.
Oh. I appreciate this audience. Just the creepiest smile you can kind of imagine.
Mm-hmm. Roughly how many people are here? Or, undead or dead?
Probably a few hundred.
Okay,
The
cool.
market is packed.
Yeah.
Gonna ring the dinner gong.
I'll return to everybody else. Like, well, this fucking place seems useless. Bunch of undead nightmare people.
Elden will just kind of, yes, it is what is expected here in Evernight. Perhaps someone else may know something. He just kind of looks down and around.
You know of anybody that is from our side of the rifts that might have gotten trapped over here that we could maybe look for?
I don't even know you folk. And no offense, but
Oh,
no.
well, you can call me the Dread.
Oh, how appropriate.
We're the League of Vengeance. Right, guys? And I just look at everybody and just like kind of nod my head. Like super excited, yeah. League of Vengeance, yeah.
Okay.
We used to be called Grimfire's Bane, but
Oh, I have heard of that. Yes. I am Elden Keyword. I'm, I guess a person of interest.
Yeah, one of the 4 virgins that got kidnapped by that cult.
Oh, I assure you, friend, I am no virgin.
sure.
Oh, then why'd they kidnap you?
Oh. I am sure it is because of my suspicions and everything I know. I have knowledge of the plains and the Vecnans do like their knowledge. And so I would assume that is why. I've never been out here, of course. Why would one want to go here? This is obviously a nightmarish place.
You said that because Neverwinter has a market here, that this place also has a market here. Would that be the same for like the academy and a church or something like
Yes,
that?
but I wouldn't want to see what the academy or a church looks like on this side. I am sure it is a church of murder or blood. The academy would probably be people learning to torture or things like that. Not at least
But would it not be a church? A church, like, yes, it would definitely be a church that is of unsavory things. But would it not be a place of some sort of worship, of some sort of religion? Like,
possibly.
if something was going to happen, yeah, surely. Like, we're looking for places where the The rifts. Is it rifts between planes?
It, a crevice of dust, kind of like a rift, yes. But... Ooh. A portal. I am sure most are guarded, but... Some are chaotic and might randomly appear. I fear that, well, if we linger too long, or if we go, as I said, traipsing about the undead metropolis that is Evernight, any authority here might find out we are here and not be happy about it. That would be my worry. Just me. Sorry.
Understand your worry, but it's also a matter of then. What do we do?
I try to buy some information or something. I do not have any money myself or things to barter with, but surely someone around here knows something. Every market has an information dealer, no? Rumor mongers?
Well, it's not that guy over there. That guy's just a creep.
Oh, of course. As you guys are just standing in the middle of this market, as people are walking by you, occasionally brushing up against you, sniffing you, staring at you, eyeing you like pieces of meat for sale. But don't mostly pay you any mind, other than you have everyone's full attention.
Maybe we should get off the street until we decide what to do.
Of course, as go down a strange street, I will follow your lead. Obviously I'm not an experienced adventurer like the you said of Vengeance League, yes. I just know this place is dangerous. I doubt any rest will come anytime soon.
I'm with Brindred. I usually follow you in these kind of situations here.
Yes, I don't like how they're looking at us.
Is there any circles or anything on Neverwinter that would have a mirror here in this,
Is there any what?
plane? Any magical circles or anything in Neverwinter that could help us?
Give me a history check.
Sure. 9.
Nothing comes to mind that could help you from Neverwinter's perspective. I think probably Castle Never would come to mind, but you can see Castle Never from here, and it is a twisted, horrid mirror of what it once was. Probably see some horrible winged creatures flying around it.
Would we go if we were in Neverwinter? Stands to reason it would have a comparable mirror here. That I cannot know. Neverwinter.
So, what are you doing?
Following Bryn. Whatever he's doing.
I mean, this market looks pretty similar, like almost exactly like just a reverse dark side of Neverwinter.
Yeah, it's a corpse market.
So who
All
would you
right.
get information from in Neverwinter's market? Looking at Jeffrey because he's
Yeah, I'm gonna look to like the outside, like the fringes of the market, people that kind of look shady,
Sure.
dealing with
Everyone looks shady here.
well, you know, shadier than the rest. Like some of them are doing like I'm guessing legit business, and others might be kind of like more secretive.
Sure, give me a, I'm going to say investigation check. Well, your choice, investigation or perception. Or, you know what? Scratch that. Give me an insight check, as you do have advantage on these.
I would have rather think had one of the other ones, but either one of none of those rolls would have been good, even with a +3 or 4.
Right. Looking around at the edges of the market, you're uncertain. It's all, everyone looks equally shady.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all these guys look so fucked up that I can't tell who would be selling information and who wouldn't. I mean, that creep over there with the big ass smile, I thought he was gonna know some shit, but he's just, talking about delicious blood and viscera and, then obviously it seemed like he was coming on to me at one point, but who wouldn't?
You do have blood.
Exactly. So much blood. But, I don't know. Like the only thing I can think about is maybe going back to my place and seeing what it's like in this realm. But at least I feel like we could kind of defend my home and get a rest.
Shack.
But if y'all want to look around for somebody that's dealing in information, I'm fine with that. I'm just at a loss.
To live here forever. Come up with something.
Well, what do you come up with?
I came up empty.
At the moment, you guys are just standing in the middle of the market.
Can we just get out of this area, please?
Yeah. So let's do that. Where we heading? Jeff's house.
He just lives in the sewers.
The Jeff Cave.
Yeah, or it's like there's nothing there.
I mean,
just a collection
it's
of
really
rocks or something.
it's really like a shack, and then I dug like a makeshift cave underneath it.
collection
Like
of bad guy
my
memorabilia.
like my parents have all the money, and I'm just like, no, I need this cool man cave, or Jeff Cave.
So you guys start to leave the market to go to wherever Jeff's home may or may not be.
Don't worry, guys. As long as it's a representation accurate of what I've made in the other world, you're gonna love it. I've got like this sweet ass couch, and well, I guess it might be falling apart in this world. Fuck.
This world. As you
Hey,
guys
well, as long as there's a couch, I'm happy. Could use a breather.
as you guys start to leave the market, heading near the edge, someone quickly shambles out into the street in front of you, spreading her cloak wide, showing sharp fangs in her smile.
It's a pervert. I stab it.
Do you stab it?
No, I don't.
But spreading cloak wide, showing sharp fangs in her smile. Kind of wispy white hair, like a blue and red tunic, disheveled cloak with a odd pattern on the interior. Ah. Hello, I am Sangor, proprietor of Sangor Sanguinaries. You're not likely interested in a cup of warm blood, but perhaps you need something else. Something more ephemeral, like... She licks her lips. Directions. Knowledge. I have been in this city a long time. As she smiles towards you. You can see this lady.
See, dude, I mean, what did I tell you? Like, just like the other guy, I think she's coming on to me.
Oh, aren't you sweet? No, I am not coming on to you. I am merely interested in the newest living people in all of Evernight.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. What brings you here to our fair city?
I mean, I can tell the pleasure's all yours from the way you're licking your lips. I mean,
Hmm.
you say you're not into me, but you're into me. That's okay. You know. But
You have the
we're
stench
actually.
of someone who has already been claimed. I am not here to stomp on over someone else's territory.
I don't know who would claim me. Is
Hmm.
it that guy over there? He was smiling at me a whole lot. Did he somehow claim me? He didn't spray me with anything.
Oh. No, he is armless. No, I sense something more with you all. Hmm. Bittersweet, even.
Well, he wasn't very helpful, that dude over there.
Oh, I can be more than helpful. Use me, please. But you would have to
See,
come with a
see, see what you
price.
see what you just said there. You
I'm
just
seeing it.
said,
I've heard
yeah,
it. Yep.
Oh.
I was right on the money. But so what's it gonna cost?
Oh, for what?
Information.
Oh, information. I charge 20 gold for each question I answer. but I also accept answers to probing questions instead of payment. As she smiles just like the other guy did.
Yep.
How you pay would be entirely up to you. But of course, I would love to help those who are lost.
All right. How do we get back to Neverwinter? And I'll pull out 20 gold.
Obviously, through a crevice of dusk. And she'll take the 20 gold. Of course, they are. The residents of both Evernight and Neverwinter dislike these portals being used indiscriminately. Those who know the location of a stable crevice of dusk either guard or hide them. That would be one question.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I tell you already know about what the crevice of dusk is.
Sure did. But it's not worth the 20 gold.
Oh, well, perhaps you should ask a more educated question.
Do you have directions to a stable crevice of dusk?
She holds out her hand for 20 gold. Unless,
You
of
may.
course, you would like to pay with a question of my own.
You may ask a question.
How did you get here?
We interrupted a ritual in the graveyards of Neverwinter.
Oh, a ritual. Interesting. Yes, I do know of. She leans in close. A single stable crevice of dusk as she kind of tilts her head with a kind of tough but thoughtful look in her eyes. It is in the tomb of one of Evernight's former living families, the Dolendars. The Dolendar tomb is in Evernight's graveyard, where you just came from. Isn't that ironic? So it is a small little mausoleum with some depths to it. I can, of course, provide you with directions to this. You wouldn't be able to miss it. It clearly labeled and a little bit sad compared to the others.
Living family in the Evernight.
Is there anything else I may be of assistance with? You just got here and you're already ready to go home so soon.
We're still out in the middle of the open.
She would have probably ushered you a little bit off to the side, but yeah, essentially.
What do you know about this Vecna person?
How would you like to pay?
Oh, and let's hear your question.
Okay. You did seemingly answer me a question already. It is kind of you. Are you from? Originally, of course. A hometown, maybe? City? Or were you one of the orphans on your side of the world?
I don't remember too much of my childhood. Just remember small fishing village.
A small fishing village with no name?
Not that I remember. Been wandering most of my life.
Are you being truthful?
Yeah.
That is the most boring answer I have ever heard. Wondering, why would you do this in a fishing village? Duh. Horrible. And you don't even have a name for me. I will count it though.
Wish I did.
Vecna. Lord of Secrets, Lord of Undeath. Not one to make friends, though. All the way to the top, and I believe I heard something about him being attempted to being backstabbed by his best friend. Potential lover, I am unsure. Those were just rumors, of course. Yes, Vecna the Lich. Lich God. An immortal being. No end and no beginning. If you have interest in this one, you might as well stay here.
Look over at the rest of the party. We all saw the same thing, right? Can't let that happen.
No. No, we cannot.
Well, how else may I be of assistance to you? I do enjoy talking to the living. I haven't seen many around in some time.
When was the last time you saw the living?
And how would you like to pay, my dear?
Question for a question, I guess.
Alright. What is your interest in Vecna?
The fact that I saw his face in a vision. We interrupted a ritual. Everything went black. Saw a bunch of images, his Vecna himself included. And then I woke up in a coffin.
Oh, this is juicier than I could have ever anticipated. Lovely. I have not seen a living member since the Dolendars. That has been 4 years now. Evernight is primarily for the unliving. It is citizens. The occasional person, of course, does wander through here from time to time, but they do not last long. Certainly not at night. As she smiles when she says that.
I see.
Is there anything else I could help with your very, very interesting truth?
Well, how about a vial of blood?
Oh, my blood? No,
No,
just blood.
seems it could be useful down here.
Of course. Blood comes at a much cheaper price than information does. 5 gold. Or a trade of your own blood.
What kind of blood do you have?
All sorts. Ghoul blood. Blood of... believe it or not. Gargoyles. I have some blood of a cat. Dog. And, a few rats and bats and... well... some tree blood. Blood of a rose.
Which one do you find particularly pungent?
Oh. The blood I find most particularly pungent would... and this is not to say tasty. This is to say survivalism only. Direst of circumstances would be rat's blood. It isn't quite exquisite. I do have some noble blood back here as well. That would be a little extra.
No, I will not be consuming this blood. Rat's blood sounds perfect.
5 gold for a vial of rat's blood.
So,
And she'll kind of... just a little small vial would appear in her hands as she gestures it out to you.
wow.
Congratulations, you are the owner of the blood of a rat.
I believe we have to go poking around in a graveyard.
Oh. Don't go poking around where you shouldn't be. I would suggest sticking to the path, heading straight to the tomb, and being on your way.
We shouldn't go chasing waterfalls.
Indeed.
There is a beautiful lava fall if you are interested, near the edge of the... I guess you could call it ocean.
Mind we got a little time for sightseeing? That sounds pretty cool.
Maybe next time.
Oh. If you are ever in Evernight again, look me up. can always be found here at the corpse market. Or I believe I have your scent, so my familiars could find you easily.
Well, as threatening as that sounds, I think it's time we leave.
Well, I mean, you haven't even asked me out on a date yet. There are things as boundaries. I'm not as easy as I might look. I'm easier.
She smiles at that. Well, perhaps we will get to know each other better on your next visit. Until then,
All right, take care. Well, what'd you say her name was? Sangora.
Sangora. Yes. Of Sangora Sanguinaris. Just rolls off the tongue. As she starts to kind of fade away from sight into nothingness, leaving you standing there in the corpse market where her stall it's not even there either. Just kind of 1 second she and it was there, and the next both are gone.
This is a crazy place. Kind of like it. Pretty chill.
Nope, just the wrong kind of chill.
Alright, where we came from then, huh?
Yeah, back to the land of the living.
As Eldon be like, oh, I don't. I think that was a vampire. I think a lot of the intelligent ones here are vampires, so we should be on the lookout for vampires. Yes. No?
Oh yeah, they were all obviously vampires.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I just thought it might have been me. I didn't want to assume the blood.
No, like I'll kind of like in a hushed tone so they're not overheard. It's like, no, they're all vampires, and I really want to kill them all, but there's way too many of them, so we should just play nice and get the fuck out of here.
Yes, of course. I would not want. No, that would. We should probably go.
Indeed.
That's probably why I didn't see any alchemist fire. They might be susceptible to fire.
Hmm. I believe the river of lava would be alchemist fire enough.
Like, I can't exactly, go tossing that around.
No, I have heard a thing about them not being able to cross water. I wonder if they can cross lava.
Interesting. Supposedly they can't enter a room without being invited or like someplace that you live. So I wonder like how long do you have to be in a place for it to be considered, your residence where they can't just come in? Like if we just went and go spend the night somewhere, like my shack on this side of the.
Well, it wouldn't be yours.
Exactly. I mean, do I
On
have
this
to
side?
purchase it from somebody? When does it become mine?
I
Like
do
how many
not
nights
know
do I
the
have to live
rules
there?
of vampires, just of what I have heard.
Yeah, just a thought experiment.
Yes, of course.
I think it's more so they can't cross a threshold or something like that.
So maybe
Yeah.
breaking a wall down or something.
Loopholes.
I'm sure they are done.
I prefer not to find out.
All right.
We head to the graveyard, or do we want to find an abandoned shack and hang out for an hour or so? We'll formulate a plan.
An hour or so sounds good to me.
Yeah, same.
You guys leave the corpse market looking for an empty shack.
Yeah, let's see where Jeff lives on this side.
I would say give me who's helming this search for an empty shack.
I will.
Like Jeff knows the other side the best, so
Jeff,
maybe.
give me an investigation check. Looking for an empty shack.
Come on. I can roll better than
With a
this.
9, as you think you see one, and you kind of peer in through the window, and all of a sudden you're met with a face full of fangs and hisses towards you. Enter. Come on. I won't. I will bite. I will.
Yeah. It seems like you're kind of the bitey type.
I just a taste. A taste.
I like my blood on the inside, but
There's this very gaunt figure in the shadows. Just kind of see the piercing red eyes staring at you from the inside of this clearly abandoned domicile.
yeah, you got some friends in there too.
They don't have to know. Just come on. I'll be quick. I'll be gentle.
That's what they all say. I'm not that kind of guy. I like to get a little rough as I put my hand on my sword.
Oh, we can go that way too.
Yeah, we don't have to. We can all
don't
just go our
mind.
separate ways.
Oh, separate. Yes, of course. So separate. Of course. As it just kind of mouth open waiting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start backing away, keep my eyes on him or it, whatever it is, and try to find another place to rest.
I would say your inquiries into finding a place to rest are fruitless.
Well, guys, can't find anything on this side of town. We can go back and take over that spot that had that, crackhead vampire.
Fun as that may be, we don't necessarily need a building to take a rest.
No, it would just be a little bit safer.
Yeah. I don't think anything's going to be safe around here.
True. We could just as easily set up in kind of an alleyway.
Just a defensible location, and we can relax.
And so we'll go and find an alley and hunker down for an hour.
Give me an investigation check to find a good alleyway that is clear of miscreants and...
Oh my god.
With a nat 1.
Guys, there are no alleys. They don't exist anymore.
As you look down one alley, it's just full of dead bodies as ghouls are lurching and chewing on them. Look down another alley, and it's just full of swarms of rats. At first you don't see them, but it's just like garbage. But it all seems to be moving, but it's just rats.
Well, this place is a nightmare.
I guess we go.
You guys
Let's
spend
just-
probably a good hour or so trying to look for somewhere to sleep or just lick your wounds. Unsuccessfully, unfortunately.
Well, there's a market in quotations. Is there a lodging establishment, an inn in the city that might be ran by vampires, I guess?
So I'm going to ask you a logical question. Would you want to stay at an inn ran by vampires?
I mean,
They own the doors there.
Yeah.
yeah, just saying it would be a place.
I think we're out of options. And we're just gonna have to go to this mausoleum and hope for the best.
Trying to work on my backup character, Jeff's brother, George.
George Foreman.
Yep.
He's actually, his job title is Foreman.
He makes a great grill, though. Yeah, let's go to this mausoleum.
All right. Heading back into the graveyard after failed attempts to find places of respite. Maybe this mausoleum will provide some respite. Who knows?
Just gonna crawl back into the coffin that I came out of and take a nap.
I should have just stayed in there for a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys creep through the graveyard once more into the foggy terrain. How are you guys just walking through like normal? Are you sneaking? Are you double time trying to get there as quick as possible? You tell me.
I would start by sneaking unless nobody else cares to
Is,
sneak.
dark or dim light?
It is dim light everywhere.
Okay, so I can actually see.
Parts of the graveyard are dark, but it's like still that little bit of ephemeral light around.
Yeah, I would be sneaking then too if I can see.
I can try to stealth, but I have a feeling anything around here is not looking or listening for us.
I'm just being quiet and conspicuous. Jeez, Jeff. Come on. Oh, no, you didn't roll yet. That was your one.
So everyone give me a stealth check.
Yeah, that's so much better. My
Oh,
9.
man.
What is going on?
I mean, it's better than a nat 1.
True.
So we just need Larissa. Larissa, do you have advantage from something I don't know about, or is that just from previous?
No, sorry.
Okay.
That was an accident.
All right. As you guys are creeping through the graveyard, following the directions given you by Singora, you see this one isolated, not falling apart completely, kind of crypt. About 25 feet wide, but it does have this outstanding from it, or kind of like stretching out from it, a roof supported by stone and metal pillars extended from this Dolindar tomb. Weedy yard of uneven earth. You can easily read a stone door next to the tomb engraved with the word Dolindar above it. Has like a little gate going into the yard there, and scarce but creeping rose bushes as trees are kind of overhanging bare with this sickly looking twistedness. As you guys have arrived at the Dolindar tomb.
Alright, let's go ahead and head in.
I will. Let's go in.
All right. As you start to head in, you would hear that kind of inhalation nearby as part of the mist around forms into a red-eyed, vampiric person plainly hissing towards you as the mist forms another, and another. As a couple of them are outside of the gates, but a couple of them are right outside of you. You can place yourselves where you want. But we're going to roll some initiative as some vampiric friends have decided to not play nice in the graveyard. And obviously you can place yourselves where you want, but as...
Can we have a little bit more light?
No.
Pretty please.
Best I can give you is this. Is that better?
That is a lot better.
It didn't change.
Give me a second. Jesus Christ.
Let's do it for everybody's token.
Do it for everybody's token. That's right. But I'm not doing it for dudes. Because you don't have dark vision.
Nope.
But yes, everyone please roll initiative and please place your characters where you are. As someone was opening the door, I believe. As these creatures assault. And that is where we're going to end tonight, folks, as they're in a strange place, trying to get back home. Semblance of hope and no sign of rest in sight. We'll pick up there next time. But thanks for watching, and we'll see ya next time on Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Night, Internet.
Later.
Good night.
Bye.